What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
lingerie.
Lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all her legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Hey! It's another day right here. It's the Brad and Squeeze show. And
another day. I love how you got prepared so quickly there.
Hey,
Squeeze came running in. Cam, nothing works here. Screaming and yelling. 4 people were around him. Jill's yelling 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Then I go, Squeeze, by the way, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. I don't have time to talk about what we're going to talk about.
We're just going to do the show.
We're just going to do the show.
Just like we normally do.
Literally in 3 seconds before we went live, Squeeze put on his glasses and then took them right off and goes, hey.
Yeah. I'm in character right now. And this is the Brad and Squeeze show, ladies and gentlemen, hosted by yours truly, David Squeeze Annakie. A wet day on the outside, but a good day on the inside and a good day in your heart. Brad Bernstein happens to be an attorney here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. I happen to be a businessman who does radio, who does many other things. But right now, it's time for us to open up the phone lines, and then Brad's going to actually speak about what's happening in and around our town, maybe the world. So call us now if you've got immigration questions. We're going to be going very fast today. The number is 1-800-529-5465. Note the number, call the number, and store the number. 1-800-529-5465. Let's get the show on the road. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Of course, the show, the Brad and Squeeze.
So, Squeeze, what's happening, my man?
Everything is happening. Got a good night's sleep?
Good, me too.
Okay, there's nothing like a freaking good night's sleep.
I slept 11 hours last night.
Maybe it's because I slept alone last night.
Yes, I slept alone also last night.
Well, thanks a lot for giving me that info,
11 hours.
Right.
And then every so often I woke up between you and Jill texting each other, and then I shut my phone off.
And Jill happens to be our producer.
Our producer, yes.
Yeah,
so you went to sleep well after me.
Yeah, we were talking about celebrities coming on the show. So,
all right, we'll announce that when we have somebody.
Some of us have to do work, you know?
When we have somebody.
Yeah. But anyway, what's happening around the world today?
In the world? First of all, I don't know if you noticed.
I don't like papers.
I like papers.
Yeah, good.
Give me the papers then.
You can take all the papers. Take it all.
I
like using my brain.
Fine. So I don't know if you noticed over the weekend.
No.
Okay, it came out that Bill O'Reilly, you know who the guy is from Fox News.
From the O'Reilly Factor.
From the O'Reilly Factor.
Yeah.
He paid $32 million. $32 million to a Liz Wheel. And according to the report, Wheel's complaints that he paid her $32 million in a lawsuit with a non-disclosure agreement. According to the report, Wheel's complaints included allegations of repeated harassment, non-consensual sexual relationship. Like basically, he raped her. Sending of gay pornography, and sending of other sexually explicit material. The deal was struck weeks before O'Reilly re-signed with Fox for $25 million a year. What could he possibly, when I say $32 million from an attorney, just think about it, okay? In the OJ case.
You're saying that he paid
$32 million to one person to get rid of some sort of allegations of rape, allegations of misconduct. Now think about how bad, because we don't know what happened.
Where I come from, that's called corruption.
Okay, think about how bad.
Yeah.
Think about how bad his actions were. If you think about, okay, whether you believe, OJ did it, OJ didn't do it, that's a whole other story.
Right.
But a jury came back in a civil case in the Goldmans and and Nicole Brown and the Brown family, and awarded them for the death of Nicole and the death of Ronald Goldman $33 million. So he, for $1 million less. I mean, think about it. Okay, OJ, if you believe the jury.
So pretty much he just paid off
one
someone.
second.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. No, I don't believe so.
What,
I disagree 100%.
What do you think?
I believe that it was so bad what he did. Mm-hmm. It was so terrible what he did that if it were to come out, mm-hmm. okay, rape, non-consensual sex, mm-hmm. the sending of gay pornography, mm-hmm. it could have been a crime. He could go to jail. He could have been in the jail cell next to OJ. And maybe he will one day. I don't know. I don't know how long ago this happened.
Well, OJ's out now, right?
But I don't. It's not. It has nothing to do with corruption. It has to do with somebody wielding excessive power over a woman in a workplace, and as a result of that, he thinks he's God. He can get away with anything. And think about how bad of his actions were that he had to pay somebody $32 million. Think about it. We don't know how bad it is yet. It's going to come out. But he had to pay somebody $32 million, okay? And think about it in another jury trial, okay? Because that's how lawyers think. What would happen, because this is what lawyers think, Squeeze, what would happen if I went to a jury? And they're saying if this went to a jury would pay out at least $32 million. And think about how bad he had to have acted if you say, okay, well, a jury paid out for the death of Nicole Brown Simpson. Let me finish. For the death of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, $33 million, assuming you believe, OJ killed him.
But can you say that, can this actually bring about, can criminal charges still be brought?
We don't know yet because we don't know how long ago this happened. We don't know how long ago it happened. In the state of New York, mm-hmm. there is a 5-year statute of limitations on rape. So if it happened more than 5 years ago, the answer would be no. I don't know when this happened, when these allegations happened. We will find out.
Major situation.
We will find out.
Quite sure we will.
In immigration news, Squeeze.
Immigration news. What we do here.
In immigration news.
Once we finish this, we're going to be taking calls.
Yeah, there's a lot. FEMA, about the wildfires out in California. Yeah. FEMA's paying a lot of people a lot of money for their loss of income, for their loss of their homes and their property. Mm-hmm. And there's a group of people that is suffering right now. And those are the immigrants that FEMA is not taking care of. Immigrants who have lost their homes, immigrants who have lost their jobs, who get absolutely no aid at all from the U.S. Government. And most undocumented immigrants in the area who have lost their homes are absolutely receiving zero aid. Zero.
That's very sad,
so there are grassroots movements now to help immigrants who were the victims of wildfires.
Our numbers are up, man. Maybe we should take some calls.
We will take some calls. I just want to say one other thing, Squeeze.
What's the one other thing,
Okay,
Brad?
You upset about this?
No, I just want to take a lot of calls
today. We will take
some
calls. 1-800-529-5465. I just want to say one other thing, okay? In the height of hypocrisy news.
Yeah.
In the height of hypocrisy news.
Right.
Look at me. You're looking at the numbers.
I saw a number came up and it says Adidja Palmer. I'm like,
who's that?
That's Vibes Cartel's name. I know he's not calling us because he's incarcerated right now.
Well, maybe he is. I did work on his immigration case before he got arrested.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
I met him.
Brad,
yes.
I'm the one who introduced
him. You introduced me. Right. He was a very close talker.
Yes. You're the one who got him his papers. I
got him his papers to come here, right? And then he traveled back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he got into trouble down in Jamaica. Now he's this is Vibes Cartel, and he's
still the number one dance.
Still number one
in certain sense. He's
still the number one dancehall. He's in jail and he's making music in jail in Jamaica.
Right.
That would be funny if that was him calling.
But that's the name that came up.
That's the name that came up.
Someone evidently is using his name.
Somebody's using his name. Where do you see that?
Look.
Where?
Line 1.
Line 1. It says Ricardo.
No. Look at it.
But that's the name of the person whose phone it is.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
So you think it's Vibes Cartel making pretend he's Ricardo in Pittsburgh? Come on.
Why does the name come up?
Let's find out. Ricardo.
Hello, this is not Vibes Cartel.
Hold on, but Ricardo, are you aware the name on your phone, what it comes up and says?
Yeah, I did it.
Oh, you did?
You did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it on purpose. All right, what's up?
All right, Cartel, what's up, man?
Welcome, Cartel.
Yeah.
I got a question, man. My uncle, he had came here like a couple of days ago, but he came to visit his sister, right? So he put his sister husband name on the thing that saying that he coming to visit him. That's his uncle. So what happened was he had put that he had came here for 2 months. So when he came to immigration, they was questioning him. So
why would So he came to visit. He went home.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't. He came here to visit, but he put that he's gonna stay here for 2 months.
Okay, so when he came up on this one visit, they questioned him at the airport.
Yep.
And what happened at the airport?
Asking him if he was gonna work and stuff like that. He said no. So they asked who he's gonna stay with. So he said his uncle. So that's his sister's husband.
Okay.
So when they contacted him, the man lied and told them that he owns a hotel and my uncle was coming up to work with him.
Okay. Why would he lie? Why would that person lie? That's so strange. I mean, if
for some reason.
All right, that's a weird story, but continue. Okay.
Very weird.
I don't know what he and his wife had. So I don't know. He lied and told them that the man does not work in like 3 years. He don't own no hotel. He don't owns nothing. So that he told them that, and they turned back my uncle and declined the visa.
Right. Well, yeah, because they declined his visa because they said he was coming here to work and he was making a misrepresentation. And basically, your story, what you're saying is that when they asked him, let me understand if I get this correct. When they asked your uncle, who was coming up in the airport, what is your purpose? I'm going to visit my family member. They called the family member, and the family member said, no, I own a hotel, and he's coming to work for me. And you're telling me the family doesn't even own a hotel?
Yeah,
that's odd.
Exactly.
That's very odd.
Odd is an understatement.
All right, so
what needs to be done?
All right, so what we would have to do is we got to get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
Okay, and the way we have to get to the bottom of this is, number one, we got to get the records from the airport and see exactly what was said.
And you can do that.
I got the record.
Okay. Listen to me. Okay. Now it's time to listen to me, and I'll tell you what has to happen. Your uncle has part of a record. He doesn't have everything. Okay. So I'm going to get all of the records. Okay, let's see exactly what was said, who said what, when, where, and how. And then we're going to go back to your uncle who's in Jamaica, who's stuck, who would like to get a visitor's visa to come here to visit, not to work, and then see if we can overcome these objections. And we have to show, basically, that the family member who they called is the liar, not your uncle. It's a hard thing to overcome, but, we'll have to start somewhere, and he's obviously not. He hung the phone up. He didn't like what I had to say.
I think it was inadvertent. I don't think he hung.
I hope not. Okay.
He's getting good advice.
I thought he was.
Why would he hang the phone up?
I don't know.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Khadijah Palmer.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Of course.
Yes.
I
remember when Vibes Cartel used to call my office and they would say Khadijah Palmer, and I only know him as Vibes Cartel. I kept saying, it took me back a month before I realized.
You mean the same way it took you like a while to figure out to squeeze that David Annakie the same person?
What's with these guys with like 100 different names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bratty?
I am not bratty. I am Brad. When I first came on the radio, people would call me Bratty.
Yeah, Bratty.
Bratty.
At least they weren't calling it Bernstein beer.
Yeah. No.
Let's go to another call right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Taking your immigration questions, 1-800-529-5465.
Norman.
Hello?
Hello.
This doesn't sound like Norman.
You don't sound like a Norman.
LaShawn.
No.
From Norman, Oklahoma.
It's LaShawn from Norman, Oklahoma.
Okay, all right.
LaShawn, what's up?
It's LaShawn. I have a question. It's immigration plus something else.
Okay.
I spoke to you a couple months ago about my husband. You said he couldn't file yet. I got this job at this restaurant where I am being sexually arrested, and my boss, because he knows of my status, he's using it against me. He's letting me know that there's nothing I can do. So I reported one incident to my manager. After my manager spoke with them, everything in the kitchen changed. I became public enemy number one in the kitchen. So I spoke to another guy.
What is your boss doing to you?
Right. Let's
touching me on my butt, reaching for my breast.
Okay.
One of them offered money for sex.
And you are extraordinarily vulnerable, because not only are you an employee with zero power and your boss has all the power, not only that, but in addition to that, you don't have an immigration status here. So you are now being you have now double vulnerability, unlike some of these starlets with it's all, think about her vulnerability, Squeeze.
Oh, I'm thinking
all
about
right,
it.
so you're going to need some help. All right, we're going to help you, but we're not going to help you on our show right now. But you're in a very vulnerable situation.
She should stay on the line.
And you're going to stay on the line and hold on 1 second, okay?
That's what we do here. Yeah. We help people each and every single weekday, live at 9, live at noon. But we help throughout the entire week. We are the Brad and Squeeze Show. David Squeeze Annakie here and Brad Bernstein. Going to another call at 1-800-529-5465. If you're on the outside, be very careful. It's a wet day. You're listening to 93.5 WVIP in your car, maybe on your phone. However, you're listening to us on Facebook. It's at David Squeeze Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein, Law Offices of Spar Bernstein. YouTube, you saw Etan's comment in the group. Interesting. Sounds like something someone said a few months back.
And they said...
And we saw how that worked out.
It didn't work out very well. All right. 1-800-529-5465. I don't know if you saw the hashtag #MeToo. Okay. I am glad that that somebody eventually came out and said something what happened with Harvey Weinstein and now O'Reilly and women, and even it's even happening with gay men as well, are having totally unacceptable behavior acted towards them from people of power in the workplace. It shouldn't happen. It's actually even more disturbing that it's happening with people who are vulnerable with their immigration status as well.
Of course, it's happening. People, what I realize, people with power just wield it a little bit too, carelessly or just
because it can't
manipulate people. It's not very sad.
It can't be just sex. It's power, my opinion, because there's so many people in the world. Okay, how come they're not walking down the street and doing it? How come they're not just randomly? How come you don't go randomly touch somebody on a street corner? You're only touching people who work for you because you have power over them.
You've got a lot of hidden, crazy MF perverts out there.
Yeah.
You know what the MF means.
Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Jay in about 30 seconds from Columbia, South Carolina, and then we're going to check in with our social media guru.
Really?
Yes.
We're going to find it?
Yeah, we're going to find our social media.
Moment.
We are going to find our social media guru. And see what questions are on social media, on our digital platforms at Facebook at Law Offices of Spar Bernstein.
Can I be mischievous?
What?
Can I ask her what makes her the social media guru? I'm gonna bust her chops.
What makes it her?
No, I'm gonna ask her what makes you the social media guru.
She sits in the social media guru seat.
I'm busting your chops, Kim.
Whoever sits in the social media guru seat is the social media guru.
If people only know what this organization is like on the inside, it's incredible.
All right, so let's go to Jay.
Jay, what's up?
Hi, good morning, brother and Squeeze. How are you doing?
Wonderful. How you doing?
Much better now that you have called.
Commendations to you on a wonderful show that you have.
Glad you love it. Glad you love it.
And I'm a bit hurted now because I just lost my husband this morning.
Oh my God! My condolences. He died this morning. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Yes.
What happened? What happened?
He just came here last month. I got his permanent residency. I'm from Jamaica.
Oh my God!
And he took Hill. He went Hill and died this morning.
Oh my God!
So you knew he? I mean,
was he ill for a while?
Yeah,
or
that's
this was sudden.
Yes, he was ill before. Yes, he got ill since here, and then he got through with his residency. And I was there, and we came up together last month. And
I'm really sorry to hear you.
I'm so sorry.
Very, very sorry to hear that, rather.
I'm very sorry.
However, thank you so much for.
Yeah.
But however, his son in Jamaica, he's married, and he's filing. His wife is in Canada. a Jamaican filing for him in Canada. And he has an appointment on the 25th of this month for the interview at the Canadian Embassy. But he wants me to find out from you if his father died and if he can, you know, get an emergency.
You can certainly try to get an emergency visitor's visa to come.
Yes.
You know, the things he has going in his favor, you know, he obviously has certainly a valid reason to enter the United States to go visit his father's funeral. But what he really has going in his favor is he's already showing an intention of not living in the United States. He's married to a woman in Canada. And because he's actually in the process of moving to Canada in the next month or two, I would think that he would be able to do it. He would need to go to the U.S. Embassy with a death certificate of the father, with something from the funeral home when the funeral is, and proof that he's in a bona fide marriage with a woman in Canada, and that he's in the process of going to immigrate to Canada, so that the United States doesn't believe that when he comes and goes to the funeral, he ends up staying here.
Right.
We can help you with all of this. I know it's a very trying time in your life. I wish, you know, all we have is words for you, which doesn't help much, but certainly our condolences. We didn't know the man, but I'm sure he's a wonderful father, a wonderful husband. And
36 years.
Oh my gosh,
we are married for 36 years.
Right. Oh gosh, what a loss! What a loss!
Wow. Sorry to hear that, Jay.
All right. So if you need help, we can take your number. You can call us. Hold on one second. Again, our heartfelt sympathies. And
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hope that we were a little helpful here.
Okay. And thanks a lot for tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm glad we took that call.
A somber moment here.
Yes, I'm glad we took that call.
It's never a good moment when one passes on.
Right.
You know.
All right. So let's go to let's take a
let's go to SMG.
You want to go to SMG?
Hey, why not?
Let's take one more call. Let's maybe let's kind of get a lighter call.
Okay, let's lie about SMG.
What?
You said we were going to SMG.
All right, let's go to SMG.
Thank you. Jesus.
All right, fine. We might as well just stick with what we planned.
Stick with what we planned and stop screwing it up, man.
I feel bad, you know. I feel a little sad.
Yeah, so let's
there
go to
you are,
SMG.
Smiley. How are you?
She doesn't vouch for me, but I vouch for her.
I don't hear SMG.
No, but that's normal.
We never hear her when she starts.
Normal.
Maybe one day we'll
maybe one day she'll get it right.
Yes.
You know.
Do you really not hear me?
Now we hear you. Now we hear you.
You know.
All right. So we have social media questions on immigration, on law, on life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and any relationship questions. Squeeze, obviously.
No, I will not answer.
We'll answer all of them about his own personal life, or help you with yours.
My track record has proven itself.
Your track record is that nobody should be listening to you about personal relationships.
Personal relationships, do not listen to me.
All right. Do the opposite.
Yes, do the opposite.
Whatever Squeeze says, just do the opposite. It's probably right.
I'm very zealous of other things, but you know.
Yes. All right, Kim, what do we got?
Kim, what's up with SMG?
I want to defend my case real quick. Also, experience and research is what makes me the SMG Squeeze.
Oh, okay. You did your research just now and came back at me.
Yeah? Coming back at you.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yes. Woo.
Shots fired. All right, no problem. All right,
so what's going on? What do we got on social media?
Sebastian Z on YouTube wants to know what a humanitarian waiver is and how he applies for it.
There's all different humanitarian waivers depending on what you are doing. There are humanitarian waivers for, I'll give you the most likely scenario of a humanitarian waiver would be that you have a family member who sponsored you.
Right.
There's humanitarian waivers in all different types of cases, but I'll give you the most typical one that you would use a humanitarian waiver for. Okay? Your family member sponsored you. In the process, after the I-130 was approved, but before you got your green card, that family member passed away. And therefore, you do not have a petitioner anymore. In years past, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that would be the end of the case. About 10, 12 years ago, they instituted a reinstatement. You can reinstate the I-130 with another close family member as long as you get a humanitarian waiver. So you would have to petition the Immigration Service and say, these are my humanitarian reasons for wanting to come to the United States. Maybe maybe it's because of my living conditions, it's economic. And maybe it's for family reunification. Maybe it's because of sickness or somebody's ill. There's anything that you could. What is humanitarian is something that moves you. something that makes you, wow, that's a reason why somebody should come here. So as long as you can demonstrate an ability, it's like, the best way to describe it is, you ever go at the Titanic, they start, the ship is sinking, everybody is, and they start playing the sad music. The humanitarian waiver is, we play the sad music, we come up with some sad reasons why you need to be reunified with your family here, whatever those sad reasons are, then that would be what you would submit in your humanitarian waiver, and hopefully it gets approved. And then once it gets approved, then that family member can step in to the petitioner's shoes who passed away and complete the case for you.
Okay.
But there are humanitarian waivers in all sorts of different situations.
By the way, Brad, I just listened to everything you said, and that sounds like something that is very, very complicated and confusing.
It is.
Should one try to do that themselves?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Right.
In other words, I would just call Brad.
Correct. All right, continue.
Okay. Question for
That was
Brad.
not rapid fire, by the way.
No, that's why I said that.
No.
I'm not even going to interrupt.
That was not rapid fire. That was Braducation. All right?
Sure was.
All right, we have to stop the Braducation. All right, no more Braducation. Let's go right to rapid fire.
Yeah, I'm not even going.
Okay.
Okay. Can someone adjust their status if they've overstayed their visa for over 15 years? NJH wants to know on YouTube.
If you're married to a U.S. citizen, yes.
Okay.
Or if your child's a U.S. citizen over the age of 21, yes.
All right. Next question. I'm going to let you do all the questions. Be rapid by yourself. Chop, chop. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Jada on YouTube wants to know, I have a 10-year green card through marriage. Can I file for my 20-year-old son who's living here undocumented?
Yes.
Me and my husband got married when he was 17, but we're not together anymore.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Trisha Rose on YouTube wants to know, if you're in a relationship with a married person and have a child with them, can you get status without being married to them? Ooh.
No, there's no such thing as I get a green card because I have a child with a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Sebastian on YouTube wants to know, I'm a green card holder. I filed my I-130 for my wife in January 2017. How long until we get an approval?
January 2017, and he's a green card holder. He should be getting approval sometime now, in the next month or two.
Okay. Doreen on Facebook wants to know, if my spouse filed for me, I got my EAD last month, how long do I have to wait for an interview in New York?
Assuming you did everything properly, you'll get your interview at the end of the winter.
Okay. Jillian on Facebook wants to know, how does moving states affect your application?
You got to do an AR-11, let them know you've moved. And once you've moved, especially if you have an adjustment and you're waiting for an interview, they're going to transfer your file to the new state, and your case goes to the end of the line in the new state, so it actually delays your case.
Okay. Lee on YouTube wants to know, my wife is filing for me. I'm in Jamaica. She's a U.S. citizen. She got the receipt number on the 30th of September, but there's an error message online that keeps popping up each time we try to sign in. What does that mean?
Means that you are screwing up the sign-in process, but you have a receipt notice, so as long as you have the receipt notice, you're okay.
Okay.
All right. It just means there's a computer issue, maybe on your end, maybe on their end, I don't know. But as long as you have a receipt notice with a case number, you're good. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
All right.
Claudine on Facebook wants to know.
Continuing.
Yeah, let her go.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
I've got him.
Just keep up. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
Claudine on Facebook wants to know, I have a friend who's single and has 2 children. They came here legally and overstayed their visa. What can they do to become legal?
That's how do I get a green card? I would need to meet with them.
I was about to say.
Yeah, all the questions of how do I get a green card, you need a consultation.
Master of Guns on YouTube.
Master of Guns, uh-oh.
Master of Guns.
How ironic that he's asking a question in the rapid fire round. Yes.
No comments from me.
Yes.
This is really cute. It says, how long does it take to get an I-94? 3 little hearts.
You get an you can actually go Google right now. You can go to, if you Google and write I-94 USCIS, I don't remember the exact, it's a long website, but if you Google it, it'll pop up. I can actually do it right now, and you can print out the information right online as long as it was within the last couple of years. If it's a much older one, then you have to do an I-102 for replacement. But if I go right now, I-94 USCIS, Well, maybe I shouldn't be doing it because here it is. It's i94.cbp.dhs.gov. And all you got to do is type in I-94 USCIS, I-94 CBP, and just follow those. You can actually print it out right there on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah.
On the spot.
Great.
All right. What else?
Okay. Okay, Chris White on Facebook wants to know if I file for my daughter and she's 5 years old, how long will it take?
Is Chris White a U.S. citizen or a resident?
You know, he doesn't say.
If you're a U.S. citizen, it'll take a year. If you're a resident, about 1.5 years to 2 years. If you were a U.S. citizen when the child was born, you don't have to file for her. She's a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
I love it. Okay.
Okay, whatever. Okay. You know what she said? She said it okay, like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know. I just gave him really good information. I just gave this guy really great information. And she's like, whatever. I'm going to the next question.
Okay.
No, it's okay. You've got some work to do, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Jill, count how many times the word okay is used on the show.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If we did a drinking game for every time SMG said okay, we would be drunk by 9:20.
By 9:07.
we would be annihilated. You would see 2 drunk hosts here if we did a drinking game. Every time I say, okay, another drink. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be able to read the questions anymore.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, so now
do we have any fun segments coming up?
Yes,
I want the fun segment.
So here's the fun
All
segment.
I want is for it to be sponsored by USA Credit Repair. That's what I want.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to SMG for rapid fire at the end of the show. So please keep your questions coming. We're gonna answer all your questions live at the end of the show. But this is the funnest segment of that day, Squeeze. This is when our show, where it's going great, we're going gangbusters, everything's fantastic. We're getting hearts across the street.
I don't like the word gang and buster.
Gang and buster in the same,
like
okay? This is when it comes to a complete stop.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe we should just run into it so that we don't waste any time.
Every time that car almost hits me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for page 21.
This is now page 21, USA Credit Repair.
What is the question of the day on citizenship? Just anyone who can get the answer to this question.
Okay.
Listen carefully. We will work on your credit.
Do you want me to ask the question?
$99 for 3 months.
Okay, do you want me to ask the question?
You ask the question.
Okay, the question is, who, I'm going to give a hard one, but if you listen to the end of the show, we'll give the answer. Okay? Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Did you guys hear that?
Who?
Yeah.
Not Owl. Who? Right, and wrote the Star Spangled Banner. I will give you a hint. Sometimes when your door is locked, you use this. You use this something or other that's in your pocket to open the door. That is, you use something in your pocket to open a locked door. What would you find in your pocket to open a locked door? That is a hint to who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Now we're saying that because apparently a lot of people are kneeling right now during the Star Spangled Banner, Squeeze. All right, so people should know who the author of the Star Spangled Banner.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? If you get the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, no gimmick, no joke, no bluff. USA Credit Repair will work on your credit for 3 whole months. That's 90 days for only $99 flat, just to set up an administrative fee, no work fee. But you've got to guess who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Okay? Google. And the number to call right now is 1-800.
Google did not write the Star Spangled Banner.
7177. I never said that.
Okay, you just Google it.
I just sneezed.
You can Google it, or you can.
I just sneezed.
You can Google it, or you can just watch to the end of the show.
1-800-872-7177 is the number for USA Credit Repair, the leading credit repair agency right now in the northeast corridor of the United States. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. And it's good to see the numbers are not crying. All right.
All right. So now that
what do we do now?
So now that the car ran into the train wreck, I was told that we're able to back the car out and start this show again. Are we able to get the car going?
I got to tell you this.
No, we're not able to get the car going.
Car part of
there it goes.
It's corny.
No, it's not.
It's corny.
No, it's not.
It's very
There we
corny.
go. Now we go. There we go. Now we can start this show again. Now we can start the show again. All right, so what we did is...
The show never stopped.
The show stops right there, but now we're back again. All right, so now what we did is we put our SMG in the street yesterday, okay, and we asked people in the street, right in front of 225 Broadway in Lower Manhattan, questions.
Why is it you guys never go to Brooklyn? Just go to Brooklyn Bridge. Go on the Brooklyn Bridge.
We're going to speak to them.
It's like 10 minutes away.
We will speak
go
to
on
them.
the Brooklyn Bridge with a microphone.
We're gonna do the Brooklyn Bridge next time, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So
anyone going out in the rain today?
Maybe we'll go out in the rain on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, I got a big umbrella.
So we put people out on the street to ask them questions about what their rights are in child support and matrimonial hearings.
Okay.
So let's see if people know what their rights are when you're fighting for child support, child custody, or going through a divorce.
Let me remind them on social media, remember to share our pages at David Squeeze Annakie on Facebook, Brad H. Bernstein on Facebook. Also, of course, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. On YouTube, it's Spar and Bernstein. Please, we ask, we beg of you, share so that hundreds of thousands of people can watch the show and get help from Brad and Squeeze. Let's go see what happened on the streets.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show, and we are back out on the streets asking New Yorkers questions about family law. Let's see how they did. Are you allowed to move out of state with your child if you're in a custody battle?
I don't think so.
I don't think you are. It wouldn't seem ethical to do so.
I would say no. Because you're in the middle of a case. Like I would say any type of case that you have with anyone involved, like you can't leave the state.
Even if you have sole custody of your child, you cannot move out of state without the permission of the other parent or the court. In that case, you have to file what's called a relocation petition. The burden on that petition is very high. You'd be wise to seek the attorneys at Spar and Bernstein to help you with representation.
At what age does child support stop in New York City?
I'm pretty sure child support would stop at around 18 or 19.
18?
I know in Texas it's 18, but here I'm guessing the same age, 17, 18.
I don't know.
Well, you can see most people think child support stops at the age of 18. It actually is continued until the child's 21 years old.
In New York State, it also does not self-terminate. If you want to stop paying child support when your child turns 21, you have to go to the court and ask them to stop your child support case.
If you have one child, what percentage of your income will you be expected to pay in child support?
If you have one child, I think you should be expected to pay at least 20%, maybe 30.
See, I don't think there should be a specific percentage. I mean, I guess that's not like, I know that's not like lawful or anything, but like whatever my child needs, I should provide for them. If they're my child, they're my child.
Probably, if you have one child, it's probably like 50, maybe 50%.
I believe the percentage you're supposed to pay for child support out of your income, I don't think it's that much, honestly. I feel like it's kind of low, but I said like 10%, 15%, not high at all.
Maybe 10%?
I would say maybe 15%. This is just all guesses because I'm not familiar with law.
Many of you may be surprised to hear that you have to pay 17% of your gross income for child support.
It's not 30%, it's not 50%, it's 17% of your gross income. If you're wondering why you have to pay 17% of your income for child support, it's because kids are expensive.
Does custody automatically go to the mother?
No.
No, custody does not automatically go to the mother.
It does not automatically go to the mom, and it shouldn't automatically go to the mom. It should go to the parent who is most fit to raise the child and which circumstances are best fit for the child.
No. I think it depends on like so many things about their income, their situation, current situation, how the way they're living.
Historically, mothers were given deference when it came to child custody. That's no longer the case. Obviously, times are changing, families are changing, and the structure of the court's changing.
The courts nowadays look at the best interest of the children. Both parents can be granted custody of their children, so either parent should be going to court and fighting for their kids if they want custody.
In terms of family law, do you know what maintenance is?
Oh. I don't know.
I am not aware of what maintenance is.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Care to take a wild guess?
No.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Maybe making sure that everything is upkept, like your salary is still updated, like all of your information is still there.
Maintenance is spousal support. It used to be called alimony.
It's spousal support that you may be court-ordered to pay to your soon-to-be ex-husband or ex-wife.
Can a spouse use incriminating photos or text messages as evidence against you in divorce proceedings?
Yes, to prove an affair. I mean, I guess you could, but in court, would they really think you're lying about being cheated on? Is that a thing?
That's hard because we're very influenced by media and they make us believe that's true, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's like in very specific conditions that you can do that against an ex-spouse. Yeah.
I don't even see how that doesn't seem appropriate in my opinion, but if that's what people do, I guess. I wouldn't do that.
Photos, videos, posts on social media can be used against you in a divorce. While the fact that your spouse cheated might be the most important thing to you, it is not the most important thing to the court. Unless your spouse used marital money to pay for that extramarital affair, the judge does not want to hear about it. You may also be surprised to find out that if you are conducting an extramarital affair, assets from the marriage spent on that affair can be used against you as well. So be careful.
If you filed divorce papers with your ex months ago and have never heard back, what should you do?
Contact the person you're trying to divorce.
I guess what you would do if you hadn't heard anything back from your ex, I guess, would be to just do what you were doing before. Like, just continue doing whatever you were doing. I have no idea.
Go to some type of higher up after trying to reach out to them. I guess some type of judge, local judge, attorney, somebody with some legal power.
Contact us. If you filed for divorce months ago and you still haven't heard anything, the clerks are giving you the runaround, you need to come to Spar and Bernstein and speak to an attorney in the matrimonial department. We can help.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. I love this segment, man.
I love that stuff.
That was the family law segment
Yes.
right here, of course, man, woman in the streets, and of
Yes.
course, it's hilarious.
Right.
And it's very informative, I would
Yes.
say. So I'll tell you what, Brad, I say we go to some questions right now, but listen up. The number to call right now, ladies and gentlemen, for this full-service law firm, there's a family law capacity here at Spar and Bernstein. The number is 1-800-529-5465. Do remember about criminal defense, personal injury, especially construction accidents, tax law, all of that, criminal defense, I did say before, in immigration. 1-800-529-5465. But can we go to the lines?
Yeah, let's go quickly. Angel from Kingston, Jamaica.
What is your question?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Brad and Squeeze. I called you guys a few months ago, and I took Brad's advice. I was the one that called about being married, and my husband is an American citizen, or he got his citizenship, and I got pregnant.
Great.
And we were doing the back and forth thing
What
with
is your
immigration.
Angel?
So
Angel, what is your question? Because we have a lot of people we want to get through.
Oh, sorry.
Sure, no problem.
My question is, we got our interview date now.
Okay.
But the baby was born here in Jamaica.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out if there's anything that I will need to do.
The baby, your husband's a citizen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the baby's an American citizen, so you have to take your husband has to take the baby to the U.S. Embassy and apply for a U.S. passport. So then when you come up,
you'll come up here in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, correct. So when you come up to the United States, you'll come up with a green card, and the baby's a U.S. citizen. The baby will come up with a U.S. passport.
Okay, so you just have to take his nationalization information or just his ID or what?
He needs his naturalization information, proof he's been living in the United States for 10 years prior to the baby's birth. Hold on one second.
Hang on one second. All right. Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. Moving to another question.
And by the way, we just want to try to get through as many people as we can. We have a lot of people on hold, so that's why I'm trying to go fast.
Not a problem. Let's move to the next call. Gene, what's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
What's your question, Gene?
Yes. Hey.
Yeah.
Good. How are you?
Good. What is your question, Gene?
Okay, my question is not for myself, but for somebody. I'm going to talk on somebody's name. She's been married for 4 years. Her husband applied for her. They had an interview. After the interview, 7 months ago, they never got the decision yet. After 2 weeks after the interview, my husband left. Yesterday, I received a divorce paper I have to sign.
Okay, so you have a problem now because she never got the results of the interview. You were not approved yet for your green card, unless you are some sort of abuse spouse, either emotional abuse, extreme emotional abuse, physical abuse. You're going to have a big problem. Hold on one second. All right.
All right. Let's move to another call. The number once again is 1-800-529-5465. Don't forget we're coming back live at noon with Brad and Squeeze.
Right.
Let's go to another one.
We got Sean in Queens.
Sean in Queens. What's
Hello,
up?
Brad. Good morning, Squeeze.
How are
Good morning,
you,
sir?
I'm trying to assist my daughter in filing for her husband. She's a citizen. Her husband, she's been married to her husband for 5 years, and he's here on a visitor visa, but he doesn't want to go back, and we want to know what.
How long has he been? How long has he been here on the visitor's visa?
Almost 6 months.
Okay, so you're going to file an entire adjustment package, I-45, I-130, I-864. You file it with the filing fee, Department of Homeland Security. He'll get his work permit in 90 days, green card in 9 months. You have to request from USCIS an adjustment package, or you can come see me, and I will do everything for you.
I say put him on hold, set up an appointment. I think that's the right thing to do right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, brought to you by USA Credit Repair. But let's go to another caller who is listening to 93.5. Thank you so much, Christine, for calling 1-800-LAWLIC. What's your question?
Yes, hi. Did you say Christine?
I said Christine. That's
Are you Christine?
Are you Christine?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question?
Yes, hi. I have a family member who is incarcerated in Pennsylvania, and I'm not sure what to do next.
What is he incarcerated for? By immigration?
No, some, I guess, misdemeanor or something.
Okay. Is he a citizen or a resident?
She, resident.
Okay, so...
Citizen.
Oh, he's a citizen. Okay, so then you need a criminal defense attorney in Pennsylvania. It has nothing to do with immigration. She's a citizen. We can help you find somebody in Pennsylvania. Yeah. We're not criminal defense attorneys in Pennsylvania,
we'll
but
put
hold
you
on
over
a
to our criminal defense department. We'll help you with that. Get one down there. 1-800-529-5465. The attorney is Brad Bernstein. Let's go to another call.
Howard in West Palm.
Yes, morning, Brad. Squeeze.
Yes.
Quick question. I'm about to travel to Jamaica, but I have a weak case and it was dismissed. Can I travel?
As long as it was dismissed, yes. If it was not dismissed, no. You positive it was dismissed?
Yes.
How positive are you?
My son was born. That's positive.
Okay, then go get the disposition, travel with it, no problem. If you're not 100, dismissed doesn't mean I paid a fine. Dismissed means I was found completely innocent. As long as that's the case, enjoy your trip. If you paid a fine, then obviously you got a problem.
If you want to be sure, stay on
the
line.
One more quick question.
Right.
Quickly.
So why wouldn't they stop me back in though if it was dismissed?
They wouldn't stop you. They would let you in. But sometimes in the computer they don't know what happened with the case, so they'll stop you and question you. So you walk with the disposition. You show it's dismissed. So in case they question you about it and they're not sure what the disposition is, you have it right there on the spot. It just makes it go faster.
All right.
All right, cool.
No
Thank
problem.
you. All right.
1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another call. 1-800-LAWLIC. This is the Brad and Squeeze
Merlin
Show.
in Massachusetts.
Next time you talk over me.
Good morning.
Watch.
Merlin in Massachusetts. Yes.
Yeah. I have a question. I have 2 kids. I have 2 grown daughters in Jamaica, over 20-year-old.
Right.
I'm American citizen. I filed for both of them. They deny one. They approve the next one, but it's been approved for like 2 years. And I'm not hearing nothing from immigration.
Yeah, you have about 5 more years of waiting. It's a 7-year waiting list, and they probably, my guess is, approved the one where you were married to the mother and denied the one where you were not married to the mother. Is my guess.
No, I wasn't married to none of them.
Okay, fine. So you could improve the parent-child relationship on one of them, I guess.
So how do I go about?
You need to come see me about the one that got denied, and the one that got approved. She has about 5 more years of waiting.
All right, thank you.
Right, hold the line. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another call, Brad.
You want to go to Danetta in Jefferson City, Missouri?
Yep.
Danetta in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, my question is, I have my paperwork in process, but I got my work permit. My father died yesterday. So I was wondering how can I...
If you have an adjustment application, you can go down to the local USCIS office, make an InfoPass appointment, go down immediately, bring the death certificate of your father. They will give you an emergency advance parole if you haven't applied for one. If you applied for it, just bring the receipt that you've applied for it. If not, bring
I already have it.
You have it? Then go travel, and my condolences. If you have the advance parole, travel, my condolences.
Sympathies and condolences, by the way. All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Once again, 1-800-529-5465. That's all I'm trying to get in there, man. All right, next call.
Alicia.
So people knows who to call.
Alicia.
Yes, hello?
How are you?
Hello, Alicia.
I'm okay. I have a question, right? So I got married to and I got my 2-year conditional. So the other day I was at work and my wife has been haunting me for the marriage certificate and I refused to give her, and she came to my job and she assaulted me. So I made a charge against her, okay? And she says she's going to tell the court that I paid her.
Okay. She can say whatever she wants. The truth is the truth.
She assaulted
Okay, and you know,
and her mom.
And
her mom,
usually people don't come to people's jobs and assault them on business marriages because there's no emotion in there. Okay, people come to jobs and assault each other because there's obviously an emotional situation going on. So.
We're kind of far cousins. We're kind of far cousins, but
Alicia,
So her and her wife had
let me
some
just
altercation
finish.
that was.
Okay, if this marriage is not working out, you need to get a divorce, and as long as you can get a divorce and prove it was a real marriage, you will be able to remove the conditions.
And
We
this
can
is
help
something
you.
that you can handle.
Yes, hold on one second.
All right.
All right. So let's go to social media. We're running out of time here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can get SMG back online here.
And
SMG.
And before we get to SMG, let me give
SMG
out
is
the important
here.
number. Hello, Kim. The number
Again.
is
Hello.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. That is the same number for the law firm, all right? Just wanted to make that very clear.
Very clear.
But let's just go to rapid fire. You may ask your questions on my page, Brad's page, or the Spar and Bernstein page. Let's do it. Kim, you're up.
Okay. Franklin on Facebook wants to know, I recently married someone from the Dominican Republic. I already filed the I-130 and got the I-797C. I was in the process of mailing out an I-129F, but I read that was a waste of time because the government will defer to the I-130. Is this true? Is there something I can do to have my wife visit until the I-130 is complete?
Well, he's applying for the K visa. Quite frank, the K3 visa, you can come a little quicker than just filing for the I-130. So I would apply for the K3 as well.
Okay. Beckham on Facebook would like to know, this is actually a follow-up question from yesterday, that he was marrying a U.S. citizen who was getting government assistance. She's getting health insurance and food stamps. So what can she do before filing for
Get off the food stamps, because if you're on food stamps, you can't file for a spouse. You can't support yourself, let alone somebody else.
Okay.
Could I get an affidavit?
Squeeze, do you have any?
No, you can proceed. Proceed. I want you to get yours in. Okay.
Kaylin on Facebook would like to know, a friend of mine visited and overstayed. We're going out of town for a family event, and he wants to drive using his Jamaican license. Will this affect his intent to file for a green card if he encounters the law?
Yes, because he's out of status. He's driving without a license, so he's breaking the law and also putting himself in jeopardy of getting deported.
All right.
That doesn't sound like a smart idea.
No, it does not sound like a smart idea. Let's move to Yvonne. If you have a visiting visa and they gave you 6 months, how long can you spend in the country?
6 months, Yvonne. Kim.
All right.
Okay. Dion on Facebook wants to know, how long after the green card through marriage before I can apply for citizenship?
2 years, 9 months, 3 days, presuming from the time you got your conditional green card or permanent green card, presuming you're still in a bona fide marriage.
Carlette wants to know, visiting visa. Okay, can you lose your visa if they find out you're working on it?
Yes, you can. It's called visitor's visa. By the way, is the next question going to be, what color is George Washington's white horse?
As a matter of fact, someone actually did put that.
Just say, what color is George Washington's white horse?
But that's what someone actually, I think it's, was it Carol Anderson who said that? Yeah.
Yes. And by the way, Squeeze, for USA Credit Repair, the answer is, do you know the answer? Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
What's his name?
Francis Scott Key.
Yeah,
so the answer is Francis Scott Key is the. So if you were watching and waiting to the end for the $99 special at USA Credit, 1-800-872-7177. The answer to the question for the $99 is Francis Scott Key.
And remember, USA Credit Repair is the key to beautiful credit. I like that.
You like that?
1-800-USA-7177.
30 seconds. What else you got?
Okay, Simona would like to know, can you send an invitation over the phone to someone in Jamaica to go get a visa?
You can do that, sure. It's just not going to guarantee that they get a visa, but certainly there's a reason why they're coming here. But more importantly is what is the reason that they're going home?
Okay.
Please.
I don't want to. Is it possible?
Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Is it possible to get a job in the U.S. while you're on a visitor visa? This is from Tafina Parable.
No, you're working illegally.
I'm sorry, folks. We're not making fun of anyone.
Kim, who's buried in Grant's tomb? What do you think? Would you know?
It's got to be Ford.
It's got to be Ford, exactly. All right, Kim, what else we got? 10 seconds, last
Jada
question.
wants to know, how long will it take to file for my 20-year-old son who's undocumented, and can I file if I'm on food stamps? I'm a green card.
You can file on food stamps, but you're going to have to get off it eventually. It's going to be 6 to 7 years. We're out of here. 1-800-529-5465. Good show.
Let's make it legal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?